It feels like about 100 years, but we started our company, our own little company, in 1997. And prior to that, I'd been making wine for other winemakers. So I'd say all in all about 30 years in the business as a rookie through to our company today. Yeah. I started off studying another degree completely, doing sport, because sport is my other passion. And I was going to coach paraplegic sport, and I majored in English literature because I love English literature. And then because I was at Stellenbosch University, there were a few pubs there, of course, that the students would hang out at, and started getting a taste for wine. And then I did a few courses in wine, but then I realized that the industry at the time was very closed off and there wasn't much exposure to international wine. So I decided to travel abroad. And after I'd finished my diploma at Elsenburg Wine School, and then my first port of call was the United States, and I worked in Sonoma County, high-class, top-end winemaking. And that put me on a path of determining that I wanted to make fine wine, top-end wines. And then traveled to places like France, and I worked in Saint-Emilion, worked with Merlot and Cabernet Franc. And then went back to the States, to Oregon, because I really wanted to look at Pinot Noir. And then did various travels to Burgundy. As one knows, it's the mecca for great Pinot Noir and Chardonnay wine. So I spent a bit of time with some of the top producers in honing the skills. And in between that, I'd been working with various top-end winemakers, places like Vergelegen. And then I decided to go solo. And my first winemaking stint was at Ridgeback, and I set their wineries up. And in between that, decided I didn't really want to continue on the path of making wine for other people. And so happened that in 1996, we did a little foot stomp, and we made 3 barrels in our garage. And that led us on to opening up our business in 1997 officially, with 9 barrels of Pinot Noir, which wasn't very good, but one has to start somewhere, right? And then managed to sell the wine to friends, and that really set me off on a path. Most people thought I was completely nuts in the day, treading the path of Pinot Noir, because back in the day there were very few people making it successfully, and also we didn't really have the right material planted in there. But what that did afford me was a time to really get involved and figure out how to work with this grape. And then when the right clones did come in, the right material from Burgundy, and people started planting the Pinot Noir grapes in the best sites, that sort of again set me on a path to working with better material and honing the skills a little bit better then. And so every vintage was a new experience and a new learning curve. And I was very grateful, because when it came to the movie Sideways, that really opened up the markets for Pinot Noir, and we'd already been involved with Pinot Noir for a few years, so I became well known for my Pinot Noir skills, and so that's kind of how that happened. And then along the way, I realized that I couldn't just work with one wine. I needed to add a portfolio. So now we have 10 wines to the portfolio, and possibly a few more will join, but I just can't help myself. I just enjoy experiencing new flavors, new sites, and it's a very exciting time to be making wine now in South Africa.